Hey Simlies, it's Deli here, and today I have a new build to be working on. I didn't mention this at all on Twitter or anything like that. I guess it's a bit of a surprise, but we're building a bakery here, and it'll be a mini-series. It won't go for very long because the bakery is obviously very little. It's in Appaloosa Plains. I decided to do this as a let's build, I guess, or maybe a speed build in a few parts. I'm not sure how I'll do it, but whatever floats my boat at the time, I guess. I would assume I'll record it in real time. But basically, a lot of you guys have been requesting something to be built in Appaloosa Plains, which is a world that came with The Sims 3 pets. And also you guys have been waiting very patiently for me to build a bakery, something I promised ages ago. So that's what we're doing. We're building a bakery in the Appaloosa Plains. And I thought a bakery suited this world perfectly because it's kind of a farming world with horses and pets, and it's got this beautiful landscape and stuff like that, beautiful views, and I thought a cottagey bakery would be perfect for a sim living here. If they owned a bakery, that would be the perfect little family business. So that's what we're going to do. At the moment, I'm just grabbing the bakery set pieces, as well as some other pieces I thought suited this venue that we're making. So we're kind of going with a rustic theme, a rustic and vintage theme. Something that is very popular at the moment around where I live in Melbourne. There's a lot of comeback with vintage items that are quite rustic, so lots of metal things. So we've got the milk tin, the milk jug there with the flowers painted on it. We've got a few pails or metal buckets there behind the bakery shelves that I pulled out, a few vintage paintings and stuff like that. So that's the feel we're going to go for. And also, a very, very generous Simly gifted me the new store set. I've forgotten what it's called, but it's based on Venice in Italy. And this set is absolutely stunning. I'm so excited to use it. Thank you so much. I love the wallpapers that came with it. It's very aged wallpapers that are kind of crumbling like Venice. I was lucky enough to go to Venice last year, so I have been there. So when I was gifted this set, I was very, very, very excited because it brought back a lot of memories from me being there. But yeah, this roof awning, I suppose you could call it. I have no idea where that came from. I'm very sorry, but I did think that it suited this build very nicely. It's definitely a store item, so it will either come from a store set, which I assume it's from, or a store world, possibly. But here I am, playing around with a few different wallpapers before I remembered that this new set was there to use. So we go through quite a few different wallpapers, test them out, practice kind of putting them together side by side, the different pieces, and we go through a lot of Art Deco ones, but I definitely didn't want Art Deco. And I found this wallpaper here with the checkered green, I guess, top across of it, and then it's got this wicker pattern on it as well. Oh, here we are pulling out the wallpapers from the new set and figuring out how to put those together. But the other wallpaper that looks quite ugly to begin with, I did pull that out originally because I thought it would be useful to change each of those different patterns. That's what's really good about that particular wallpaper. But in the end, we go with these old bricky type wallpapers, which I love. I'm absolutely in love with. I love this style. This old, almost, it's quite a cold aesthetic in a way because it's very aged walls. A lot of pastel cool colors are going to be used as well. But I think when that's juxtaposed with the warmth of a bakery theme, and we're going to put in some sweets from the Katy Perry Sweet Treats stuff pack, I think it's going to be a really nice balance of colds and warmth, or hopefully. And the Katy Perry Sweet Treats stuff pack, I was super excited to get. I only just got it As a lot of you guys probably know, it's sold out or it was discontinued, and I could not find a copy anywhere. Even online, there were copies, but they were really expensive, so it was just like, oh my gosh, I really, really needed it because it was the only stuff pack I didn't have. But thank goodness now I have all the stuff packs and all the expansion packs. My collection is complete. And that is thank you very much to James from the Sim Supply, who brought it back from when he went to the US a few weeks ago to test out The Sims 4. Which was very lucky him, and he did find a copy for me. So thank you, James. So we're going to be making use of that in this build as well. But we're going to be careful with what items we use from that stuff pack because they're obviously very kitsch, very bright and vibrant, and very showtimey. So we're just going to stick with the more, I guess, subtle items from that stuff pack in here. So things like the lolly jars, I'm definitely thinking of using. And yeah, so it's going to be a bit of a sweets bakery type of build, I suppose. But yeah, it's a very simple shape. Oh, the other thing I forgot to mention, this build, a lot of you guys have also been requesting me to do a build that uses no building cheats. So I will still use the move objects on cheat, but I've used no constrained floor elevation in this. So it's super simple, like 2 rectangles whacked together through each other. And you know what? It's refreshing not to use cheats for once. I'm enjoying doing a very simple build. It's nice, it's relaxing and therapeutic, which is why I've always played The Sims, because you can relax on it, just chill out, be creative, and that's what's fun. That's what I love about the game, and Sims 4 is so close. I'm so excited. Really, really, really excited. And I love these, what would you call them? I guess they're called door shades? Can we call it that? Door shades, maybe? That did come with the bakery set. And oh my goodness, my foot is cramping so badly. Ow. Okay, we're good. We're good in the hood. Wow, that was very uncomfortable. Anyways, yes, these door shade thingamabobamajigs that came with the bakery pack, I think they look nice. I like that design that's on them, the graphic of the tree, I think it is. I think it's really nice. As a graphic designer, I do pay attention to logos and little things like that. So I was very happy with that. Oh no, it's not a tree. It's wheat. It's wheat because of bread, I'm guessing. Those windows there on the right, I have no idea what they came with. I'm wondering if they came with the Venice set. I'm not sure. But I do love the colour of them being peach against the greeny wall there. And a lot of the walls are mismatched colours. You guys know I love a bit of mismatch. It just makes it look like it's been painted different colours over time and it's worn away. And I like that, so we're going to keep that. And these flowers that are sitting underneath the windows, I was very pleased that I could change the colour of the flowers on those. And these pots that are going to be put under them just at the front there, they're really gorgeous, and we can change the colours of each of those flowers as well. So a lot of items from the store here. I haven't really had a chance to use a lot of these items, and I'm very lucky to have been gifted some incredible sets from some of you. So I just wanted to make use of a whole heap of them, kind of mishmash them all together into one build. And of course we need to have a cheeky save. Always important to save your game. Don't forget, because there's nothing worse than when you lose like an entire build because you forgot to save it. Oh gosh, that is the worst. Yeah, not good. This fireplace is quite nice. I went with a blue colour. I guess the colours we're using in this are whites, pinks, peaches, blues and greens, all in pastel hues. So yeah, I like those softer colours. And I have we done a build with a lot of pastels recently? I don't think we have. I'm trying to think. We probably have done one and you're probably screaming at the screen saying, no, you just did one, but I can't remember. Definitely not the houseboat, and definitely not... Oh, the sorority, I guess we're using a lot of pastels, duh. This is true. A bit of Spotify music there. I found some really good new music actually in the Triple J hit list. Triple J is a radio station in Australia, and it's more indie music, indie and yeah, I'd say indie hipster kind of music. And I love listening to their hit list on Spotify. It's their top 50 or maybe even 100 songs that they're playing at the moment. And there were such good songs on there. So I made sure to add them to the August build list if you do follow me on Spotify. So those are there to share. And yeah, with the windows in this house, in this venue, rather, the windows are mismatched as well. It's like over time they've replaced some of the windows, but then they've kept some of the older traditional windows as well. We put in some polka dot patterns here too. I thought that was very cute. It goes with this cutesy sweet bakery theme very nicely. And this floral wallpaper, we're going to change the colors up in a second to give it a little bit more depth. You'll see, because I originally changed all of those swatches to white, but here we are changing them to darker hues to give more detail. Gives it a more vintage feel. I thought it needed to look a bit older next to those polka dots. I did test it out on the blue wall as well, but in the end I liked just having white and blue on that floral wall to tie in directly with those polka dots. This section where the fireplace is, I think it's going to be a little lounge area, maybe with a coffee machine. I think there's a coffee machine that came with University Life, maybe. We might be able to put that in. So I fence it off, so we're going to put couches behind there, a bit of a hangout area, which I think is nice. And I do have to ask you guys, with the bakery set, there's those rugs that you can see there. That came with the bakery set, and I know with the Savvy Sellers collection, you have to put rugs under anything you want to sell. Does that mean we have to put the rugs underneath all the bakery stands? That is my question. So please let me know. And we're going to have to somehow fit a kitchen in. So it might be a tight little bakery with a lot of outdoor seating, I'm thinking. Yeah. And this here is going to be a vegetable patch. We'll put in the vegetables in the next part or the part after. I'm assuming this will go for 2 or 3 parts. I'm assuming that. And here are the little toilet blocks out the back. Little outhouses, I suppose we could call them. And yeah, I like the idea of having them outside. It's very cute. It's very cute and very quaint. And I love this. The boys one is on the left and the boys have a blue door. And the girls one on the right have a peachy pinky door. So that's a little bit of cuteness there. Aww. That I got slightly excited about. Colouring them, I was testing out some paneling, but in the end, once we drag that paneling to the, I'm going to call it the Venice wallpaper, it gives a much nicer effect. So it's different to the main building, but they still match in terms of textures, which is good because all the walls are very worn, particularly as we can see through the moldy bits at the bottom. Gotta love that moldy detail. And yeah, we'll just fit a couple of toilets in there and a basin and a mirror probably. Nothing too crazy. But I'm looking forward to using a lot of vintage paintings in this. Lots of the paintings from Supernatural probably, the portrait-y ones. I think that'll look nice. And the girls' bathroom have a floral detailed wall in there as well. But the men's bathroom, they don't. They missed out on the florals, but they got a bit of a sexy crack in the wall in their toilets, so there you go. I don't know about those over the door shades on the toilet area. We might get rid of those. Popping all the furnishings back inside, and I love the sign out the front next to those pot plants. But yeah, I wanted to do some landscaping to finish this off, so that's why we took those from the outside and put them in the inside. I wanted to put this really cute archway here to the vegetable patch, but the pillars were too tall for it, and it just didn't work. It wouldn't line up. So we had to make the executive decision to get rid of that. But I think we're going to put it indoors, and I have this idea of maybe having a lot of greenery indoors. There's a rooftop bar in Melbourne called Madame Brussels, and you go inside and it's like fake grass all over the floor and all these gardeny furnishings, which is really, really cool. I love that bar, and they served iced teas in summer, and I guess that's somewhat an inspiration for this build. So we might actually put some grassy stuff inside. I don't know. We'll see how we go. Bringing the outdoors indoors though, definitely. And these trees are really, really pretty. These are from The Sims 3 Pets and a couple from Base Game there. Those green ones are my favorites in The Sims 3. And yeah, just making it blend in with Appaloosa Plains. Obviously, I wanted to use some Sims 3 Pets trees there. These yellow flowers are from the Bohemian Garden set. They're really, really nice against the blue wall. The colors complement the blue wall really nicely. And putting the lower fence there from the base game just around them, because they look weird if you don't have a fence around. They look like they're just growing too neatly unless they're inside something, I find anyway. Putting a few bushes around the place, some flowers around the place. It's a pretty messy landscaping job, but that's the look I was going for. And yeah, but this should be a fun little build to do on the side of the sorority house and the beach house. So that's the 3 series going at the moment, which probably will get us through to The Sims 4, I think. Or maybe run simultaneously with The Sims 4. The beach house might. I'm not sure yet. But yeah, that's what's happening on the channel for now, and probably a sneaky build as well. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a lovely morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. And I will speak to you soon. Bye!